Yo, if one day I'm gonna sit down and congratulate myself, smile and say, it was hard, but I made it. Yo, if you want that sound, listen up right. Shredbox Customs, take your game to new heights. Bass hitting hard, treble smooth as silk. Trust me.
I'm gonna bring you along for just a second, show you a little bit about how I'm wiring this. Let me flip this over. So this is just a crude drawing. It's hard to see. This is black, this is red, and that's purple. So my jumpers are purple, which that's the way I'm doing it on this. It's hard to see. My positive, the jumper's purple, and then your negative. Oh, let me see if I can get around here to this. So this is the last one, which is the easiest to do because it's just straight wire. There's no twisting them, putting them together in the same leads. So if you look at the drawing here, your positive is out, and that's your red. Negative's out on one side, and then your positive and the other positive and negative are connected with a jumper. Does that make sense? So if you look at this speaker, it's actually backwards, but let me set it right here so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so see how the red, they're just opposites. So that's the red coming out. Then you have your black coming out, which is your negative over here, see? And then you have your purple jumper that goes around like this. And then I'm gonna put this in the hole, and then I'm just gonna go to the next one and pull my positive and my negative up to my next speaker, and then go from there. And that'll be that one. So your positive will go into the positive, negative into the negative, and then you'll have another jumper. So I'll bring you along for that. I'm getting ready to build the second one, and I'll show you. Alright, so now that we've got our last sub done, you'll see that I ran the wires underneath. It's just only your red and your positive and your negative. I've already got my jumper on. And so with your next set, you'll twist them together. See this? And this. So now, this right here will go in your negative. You see me there? Like that. And then you'll come around and your positive will go there. And then you'll pull the positive and negative to the next speaker. Alright, so let's stop there and we'll plug them in, and then, so we're on step 3 here of this. We're doing our third sub anyway. So, negative, positive. See, and then both negatives are jumped to here. Both positives are jumped to here. And then the third one's the same. See, negatives, positives. And then this will be your positive, negative for your fourth sub, which will then go from there to your terminals. Let me see if I can get you in there. Yeah, so your terminals right there will go from here. These will be into your fourth sub, which I'll show you in a minute. And then your ending leads will go to your terminals. See? So you got one. See if I can do this with one hand. It'd be interesting. Okay. One. Alright, I'm going to take you here. I'm going to cheat and stick my hand in here. Okay. So you see I have them angled on this side. And then this side will be angled the other way. So we'll get one more. Too much. Not like that. And then, it's hard to see in here. Sorry, my lighting's really bad. You have your positive and your negative to go on your next speaker. See, 1, 2, 3. And I'll show you the fourth one, and then we'll make some terminals to hook into our solid gold terminals from the amp, and then we'll get these screwed in. All right, there it is. 3 subs down, 1 to go. All right, I was gonna bring you along real quick and show you. Now we're at the end of the line here. See if I can make this a little bit user friendly. So your negative to negative, positive, positive, just like all your others, and then you end up with your red and your black jumper, your positive negative jumper. Now me, because of the inserts that I use, I'm using this solder coated. It's not gold. It's probably gold plated, but it's brass. Really good conductor. So this side holds the plastic, and then this side holds the actual wire. And if you look down in there, they're going to plug into these big terminals here. So everything, there's no steel. There's just copper or brass and gold plating all the way through the terminals. So, and these are really nice to where once you get your little fitting on here. See if I can bring you along one-handed here. Yeah, this is not, you can't do this one-handed. Alright, so that slides over there. Like that. And then it will screw down and lock into place. So now you have a really nice terminal lead that will plug in down there. I'll go ahead and show you because this one's done. Let me tighten it. Give me just a second. We'll set you down. Okay, I got it tightened. So what we're going to do is go straight in. Hopefully you can see me. Golly, this is dark. See there? It's really tight. There it goes. Now that is, see, this plugs in just like that. And I've never had one of them come loose. I get so many comments, oh, that's stupid, and it'll vibrate and all this. Their Goisters are very, very tight banana plugs. You have to force them in. I've never had one come out. So, yeah, knock on wood. Or, well, MDF. Yeah, well, this is solid. Anyway. So now I'm going to do the negative side the same way. Let me get it out. And I'm going to do the negative lead the exact same way. And then I'm going to plug it in on the bottom. And then we're ready to start screwing these subs in. And this box is finished. So let me get this one on. I'll show you how I do it. And then we'll go from there. Alright, let's do this on this white background. It may make it a little easier. Now if you can see, I have screwed up both where it touches your coating and where it touches the actual wire. And so your wire slides all the way down in the middle. The wire can go all the way into this end, but so set it down. This long side here will hold your wire, and then this side will hold the coating on the wire. So you tighten this one first onto the coating, and it holds it to where it can't pull out, and then you screw this down, and it makes the connection to your actual wire. I'll try to get this on film of it going in, but it's going to be difficult. So let's pull our negative lead out here. See it real quick. And let's go ahead and twist these on. And then this will slide down on there. See that? And then you just tighten them. So let's turn it around. You want to tighten this one first because that holds your coating on your wire. It holds it in place to where it cannot move. Now, this is going to be interesting. Let's trying to get you in here so you can see it. Well, hey, if I ever make some money on YouTube, I will get some better lighting. That is for sure. Okay, right there is where it should be to hold it. Now I'm going to tighten this down on the wire itself, if it'll quit rolling on me. Yeah, it's going to keep rolling. So you guys get the idea. Tighten this one down here so it holds on to your shielding or your whatever it is. It's probably PVC or some kind of rubber. And then after that one's tight, you tighten this one down and it holds the wire. So let me do that and I'll show you it again. So you can see, just like I just showed you, now these are tight. Your first one here is on your coating, and then your second one there, it's hard to see in here, sorry, is actually against the wire itself. Alright, bring you along. That's about the best light I can get. but the top is your positive, bottom's your negative, and I got them on there, and they come right off your jumpers. So let's get the subs set in, get some screws in this thing, and this box will be complete. And that will conclude wiring the box. All right, the next crucial thing I want to bring you along and show you, this is, I don't think a lot of people do show this, so I wanted to bring you and let you see it for yourself. I'm going to try to get the meter where you can see it. All right now I have my meter set on ohms. I just have it set on 200. Looks like my lens may be dirty. Just a second. Okay, so I have it set. So we're going to go ahead and test our leads, and it should beep. All right. So then touch our negative. Oh. And positive. 1 ohm, 0.91. We will take it. And that is our ohm load for all 4 of our dual 2 ohm subs. So that lets you know that you wired it correctly. The meter's not going to lie. So, you know, just a short thing. Check it. Meters are relatively cheap. Now look, this one's, geez, look, when I registered the manual, when the manual was registered, it was 2002. This is 2025. So look, it's been around for, I actually think my dad gave this to me. Yep, he sure did. There's his initials. So hey, it don't take something fancy. Just, you know, get you a meter. You can pick them up at any AutoZone or O'Reilly's, whatever box store. I'm not affiliated with them, but hey, if you want to sponsor me, get in the feeds and I'll talk to you. So all right, we're done. We got our wiring. We are 1 ohm all the way across all 4 subs. So we're golden. All right, we're going to go in a little depth on our actual electrical. If you've seen, we just got the box done in our last session. Got it wired, tested it. She's down to 1 ohm, where it's where we want to be. So let's go with, we're going to be running some 0 gauge. Now this is copper, not copper clad. This is Stinger Select Max Flex OFC copper power wire 0 gauge. I like Stinger. Now everybody's got their source or their favorites, whatever. Okay, so for this build, let me zoom you back a little bit. We've already ran RCAs when we put our head unit in, if you've seen on the first part of this. So I'm going to knock those out. We don't need those. This is supposed to be your remote wire. Now look, it's just running 12 volts. So I guess we can use this. I normally try to use a 12 gauge wire as my remote, so we'll see. We got to run a remote to the amp and a remote to the the farad hybrid power capacitor. So let's leave that in for now. The Stinger kit does come with a 250 amp fuse, which we will not be using. We'll throw that out. We'll be using this 300 amp breaker. You can see when it trips, it does just like that. Instead of blowing a fuse, boop, you're back in service. 300 amps, big in, you know, big gauge wire can be used. All right, so the Stinger kit comes with your battery terminal, so you can, you know, get your all your power outs, which is real nice. And it comes with, I don't like these, they're steel, but you know, hey, some more of connectors and stuff and your heat shrink to go over your wire, and some zip ties. I thought it had a ferrule in here, but oh yeah, it has a ferrule there. So when you go through your firewall, if you have to, you can pop that in, and it'll keep your wire from rubbing on the steel. Very good to have, very good to do. So, okay, went over that. So if you don't know, that is your positive wire, which this comes with lugs already on it. Very nice. This is your negative, already has a lug already put on there, which is very nice too. All right, moving on. We will be using this Stinger. Let's see, it's this one right here, the second one. If you can read it, you guys can pause if you want to get all the information off of that. This is a 10 farad hybrid power capacitor. So this is good for 1 farad is supposed to be good for 1,000 watts. Stinger says this is good for 2,400. Okay, so I'm going to go with what Stinger says, and I think that's just running this at its very minimum. Very nice, big, you know, negatives in, positives in and outs. And like I said, this one has a remote, so you have to use the remote to turn this on and off. It does come with, like, this is your charging kit. So it has a little board here, and that's what you use to charge this initially, so it doesn't get any feedback. Very nice. And this will be, it's not a battery replacement, but this will help the electrical system a lot. And last but not least, we're going to be using the down for sound. This is a JP23. This is a 1.5 version, just so you'll know. Very nice terminals. I've always wanted one of these amps, so we're going to try it. If you look this up, this amp actually says that it does not have a max output, but it has a 2400 watt RMS output, but no max. So crazy, yeah. But just take you around, let you see this a little bit. This thing is very nice. Tiffany style plugs. You can daisy chain. Let you zoom in there, you can see all the niceness. Now this is something, they're pretty brave with this. Let me go ahead and show this to you while we're in here. Now look at that. that says something. You know what I mean? Like, that's people don't do that. This even has its own big fan. I wanted to tell you that. A lot of these do not have internal fans, which is a problem. But this one, yeah. They're showing out, ain't they? I mean, they should. They should. This is a really nice, awesome amp. I'm just giving you guys a little close-up of all the goodness in here. But yeah. So I don't know about the different versions. If you can see right there, it says this is a, hold on. This is a JP23 version 1.5. Do not eat. Okay, so do not eat the amp. All right,
in the
so
shadow of the stage I rise, with electric strings and thunderous cries. Fingers dance like flames on the fretboard. The power of the music cuts sharp like a sword.
You're going to have to pull panels off the kick panels.
Feel the pulse, let it ignite.
When you're running zero gauge, it's a little bit of a challenge because it does not just fit anywhere. So you've really got to see what you're doing. Now, it looks like I'm going to have to buy some more zero gauge.
So let it shred, let it roar, unleash the fire, hear it soar. With every chord we break the chains. In the heart of rock we'll leave our reigns.
So we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do. It's probably all going to be negative because I'm not going to get where I'm at out here in Oklahoma.
Riffs and rhythms collide like swords, each note a battle, breaking the norms. Voices scream, a chorus of might. Together we stand, ready to fight the night. We are legends in this sound. A legacy in every note we've carried.
Anyway, and then I got to put that kick panel back on, but you can see I pulled the power wire right through there. So if you don't know, on a Jeep Grand Cherokee, they have a grommet right back here underneath your brake booster, right underneath your what is that, your hood release latch. You just got to pop it out and drill a hole in it, pull your power wire through it, and then pop it right back in the firewall. It's already there for you. A big rubber. It's like a hard rubber kind of plastic. Anyway, so hot wire is all up here. I haven't done this work yet. This is all going to get replaced, but just bring you along, show you where I'm at, and I'll update you when. I figured I'd bring you along, show you. This is my mounting board here. If you can see my marks, this is where the 10 farad capacitor is going to go. All my wires will go into that and be hid. I got my amp lugs. I don't know if you can see those. So the only one that my positive is going to come off of the breaker right into the amp, and then the negative is going to go in this hole and be hid. So that will be the only real wire that's showing, but because it's so short, I wasn't going to put it through the board and bring it back up, just waste wire. So I wanted to show you this. I'm going to probably shoot a small coat of black on it, but I really don't care, to tell you the truth, because the boards are going to be showing. But yep, this will be it. So just wanted you to see it, and I guess I'll go ahead and shoot some black on it, and we'll call it good.
The cosmos breathes, a deep trance pulls me in. Stars flicker like a pulse where dreams begin. Lightning cracks the void, a visual delight. Every flash a whisper in the dark of the night. Floating through the ether, losing all control. Becoming one with rhythm, all barriers unfold. Deep trance, in space we soar. Lightning strikes, we crave for more. In this endless journey we'll ignite the night. Dancing with the stars, everything feels right. Nebulae swirl, colors dance in the air. Gravity dissolves, there's freedom everywhere. Heartbeats sink to the beat of the storm. In this radiant void I transform and conform. Chasing cosmic echoes, in the sound we dive. Lost in the frequency, truly alive. Deep trance, in space we soar. Lightning strikes, we crave for more.
Bow chicka bow wow.